I don't know about you, but some of my most precious memories are of the holidays that I've been on. The places that I've been and the people that I've been there with stay in my mind like a kaleidoscope of snapshot images. And I wanted to share the place that I've been researching with you in the same way. So this is Ironbridge Gorge. It's a beautiful river valley, as you can see, in Shropshire, and it's home to some of the world's most important industrial monuments. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site because it is the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, or at least one of the places that claims that title, and because it has the world's first iron bridge, which is pictured here. About 1 million people visit the site every year, and they come for lots of different reasons. Some come to walk in the woodlands, others come to have tea and cake by the river, and still others do actually come for the industrial heritage. My research looks at how the industrial story of Ironbridge Gorge is told to all of those different visitors, no matter what their intentions for visiting are. To do that, I had to take a number of different approaches. I looked at over 3,000 TripAdvisor and Instagram posts, looking to see at how tourists represent their own experiences of visiting the gorge. I looked at over 300 individual pieces of interpretation, looking at how the site is communicated to people who visit both on the internet and on site. I interviewed 200 tourists and 35 tourism industry stakeholders, and I spent a year observing tourist behaviour across the site. This was to answer two research questions. The first, how is the site communicated to those who visit? And the second, how do people actually engage with those stories? There were two things that I discovered. The first thing is, Ironbridge looks like this. That may seem obvious, but it's actually really difficult for people to engage with the story of the Industrial Revolution in a place that looks really rural and really pretty. It just doesn't fit with how people imagine the industrial past. So that's the first and really major barrier to communication here. And the second is that the outstanding values of Ironbridge Gorge tend to overshadow the universal values. By that, I mean that things like the Iron Bridge become the focus of the story. It's spectacular, it has a real wow factor, and it encourages people to look, but not necessarily engage at a deeper level. The things about Ironbridge which are important to all of us, its universality, is that it's the birthplace of something that changed the world. Everything about our modern lives comes back to places like Ironbridge, and that part of the story tends to get overshadowed. It does actually matter how we tell stories to tourists, and it matters because tourists take those stories with them when they return home. Over 1 billion people travel internationally every year. These stories are going places. UNESCO's World Heritage Agenda is about so much more than tea and cake by the river. It's about getting people to understand, appreciate, enjoy and share in each other's heritage, ultimately to bring about world peace. So we need to tell the best stories we can. Thank you.